Hey Scorpio, I didn't mean to turn the camera on just then. But hello, how are you guys? So this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is general, of course, will not resonate for everyone. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. So this is just pre-shuffle on my ladies back out, but this is just really strong representing someone coming, communication. We get the page of inspiration, sudden, unexpected, probably communication or a new beginning. It's charging in here. The page is the message, is a messenger, right? And it's inspiration, which is passion. Got a black cat. There was something else I was getting. Just when I was, just getting ready to do your reading, I was feeling like some of you may need to, play music in the morning. Music might help elevate your mood, get you started right, get you going. Of course, there's always splash water on your face, rub your hands together if you're having a hard time getting going. Sometimes it's just hard to get going, but as soon as you get going, you're good. But you always want to set your day right, set the tone of your day right. So gratitudes is a great way to do that. You could do some meditation, but music was coming through for someone to where, jam out, get your body moving, and set the tone for your day with music. Okay, let's see. One more. Okay, so we have Ace of Inspiration, so that's a passionate new beginning. Lots of new beginning energy here. Sorry about this. Let's see. There. So Ace of Inspiration, wow. The Chariot, forward motion. Yeah, something really big and unexpected. See, this Chariot card has these horses like charging forward. And there's the another page, strong communication energy. So the Page of Voices, or Page of Swords, wow. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Something's going from being stalled and held back to full steam ahead is what this looks like. So the Page of Voices is that page that's nosy or inquisitive. Could be, sometimes we think of this as the page that's spying, looking at things online, checking things out. The Chariot, it could be travel, but this is perseverance. Somebody's ready to just go forward. Somebody's feeling empowered. Hopefully it's you. Six of Inspiration, wow. Being noticed, recognized, celebrated even. It's interesting. A celebration. Something good, really strong energy here. Okay, Queen of Voices, that's Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is somebody that speaks her mind. She's truthful. She expects that from others. And the Moon card, yeah, this is all unexpected, unseen. See this? It looks like this does indicate spying. It does look like somebody's checking things out behind the scenes, doing it discreetly. So if that's you, be careful with that, because that can set, kind of set a negative tone, set the trajectory of the day or your mood. And remember, if you're having a bad day, really sit and ask yourself, is it really a bad day, or is it just a couple of bad moments, or a little bit of a bad stage, or, that threw me off and hijacked my mood? Okay, because if you got thrown off by, something little or an hour or a couple of bad things, you can probably turn that back around, right? But some sort of strong unknown communication is coming in. Five of Inspiration, and I think it's going to explain a lot is what this looks like. Wow, I just lost my voice. Five of Inspiration. That is so weird. So Five of Wands. Sometimes this is gossip. But this is all these girls in the mirror, and then there's a portal. That's kind of interesting. I think whatever it is, it's going to leave you in a, look at the Emperor, look at this card, these two cards together. It kind of looks like it's going to leave you in a very good, positive light. There's the Strength card. It's weird because I was also feeling Temperance, which is holding back. I think some truths are going to come out. Oh, there's holding back too. I think some truths are going to come out that are going to be very helpful. Let's get some clarifiers. Yes, ten of Voices in the recent past, and the Wheel. So it's got a strong karmic vibe. Lots of karma, maybe closing out. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny, but this is, you know, a lot of stress, and Ten of Voices is a lot of stress and strain. There's Nine of Voices. King of Pentacles. And Knight of Emotions. You might be hearing from somebody that has money or is more successful. Oh my goodness, look at this, the Tower in reverse. So I don't have reversals, so that's kind of crazy. See, my cards are I always start off in the upright, but look at this, Tower in reverse. So big drama, big karma, big something. You're going to have unexpected communication, and you're going to end up somehow, I don't know what the story is, but you're going to end up looking very, very well. Looking in a very good light. There's Two of Emotions and Seven of Voices. What's coming in for Scorpio? It's this Ace of Inspiration. The Star, something you wanted. Beautiful. Hope, healing. Something you've done hard work on. Maybe you're in a better position to, this is the second time this came out, Page of Materials. It could be an apology. I think some truths are going to be revealed. You're going to end up in somebody's going to see you shine. Maybe there's several people that were talking bad about you, or could it be taking your credit, or diminishing your credit somehow? That card is just pulling so much information. But whatever a Tower happened, it's turning around, and you're going to be, look at this, the Empress. What's the Empress about? Wow, and then Four of Inspirations. It could be a twin flame connection. I'm trying not to. I worry about the twin flame thing on general readings, because I feel like a lot of people are giving loyalty, misaligned loyalty to people because they think they might be a twin, and that is never good to sit and wait for someone. You know, you've got to elevate yourself and grow and love, and waiting for someone or hanging on to someone to the point where you're miserable and can't be happy in your life is not what the twin flame journey is supposed to be about. And I just worry that a lot of people are, you know, kind of caught up into feel like they're destined just to be sad without someone because it's a twin flame. Okay, so, but it does have Emperor, Empress, twin flame. I mean, it does have twin flame energy. If you guys want to go really deep into twin flame energy, and you know, my almost personals are very helpful for that. They're very, very detailed. They're a fraction of the price of the personal, and they answer all the twin flame questions. So I'll link those down below. But okay, let's just regroup here. Unexpected communication is coming in. I think a difficult truth is going to be exposed, revealed. I mean, this is screaming communication. Things are going to be balanced out. You maybe have done some work and are in a better place, more of in a place of self-control. I just don't feel like I've really much more. You've been through it a lot, and looks like maybe more than one person. Either this is more than one person has ganged up on you, or, you know, sabotaged you, or tried to undermine you somehow. Either that is what's happening, or you've gone through a big awakening of figuring out who you are. Like, who am I? And looking at, all the different parts of you. So, you know, we all have different aspects of our personality. And so some days we're going to be this vibrant, happy person, capable. Some days we're going to have less energy. So this may be a realizing that it's okay that you have, you know, these different parts of you. Maybe it's accepting them. That could be what's going on for some of you. And maybe in the past that was a question of, I know I went through a period like that where I was kind of like, who am I? And, you know, am I a phony? If I was really kind of like, how can I be so inspiring, so, you know, on, you know, just on point and so confident in what I'm saying one, you know, minute or day or whatever. And then other times I'm just like a mess myself. And I started questioning, am I just a fake? Am I phony? You know, I started really questioning that. And then I, you know, have gone through all these, I've gone through so much, you guys, some of you already know, but part of my growth and healing has realized that I am there are many parts to me. It doesn't mean one's not real. It means there's many parts to me. And we also are always juggling hormones. Okay. So that's always going to have some play in our feelings, and our food affects that, our sleep, our exercise, everything affects that. So this is either you realizing who you are and your value, hopefully, and or others that worked against you or didn't help out. I mean, this is a beautiful freaking reading. Whatever has happened in the past, it's turning around. It looks like there's a king of materials coming in. Look, you got another king here. 9 of materials. That's blessings, abundance. 3 of emotions. This could be friendships. Looks like some friendships are also going to heal. If not, if you are holding on to some toxic friendships, I just want to say clearing that space opens up space for better friendships and to attract. Some of you may be not jiving or feeling the same connection with certain people in your life because you are outgrowing them and you are expanding and healing and becoming a better, higher version of yourself. And so that, therefore, sometimes that is going to leave other people who aren't in that same place a little bit behind. And those friendships and relationships are not going to feel as good because they're not as aligned. Now, maybe those people will eventually, you know, friendships relationships all go in waves. I mean, there's times where you may not be on the same wavelength as friends, and that's okay. It doesn't mean it has to be over or whatever. Sometimes it does. But what you just need to focus on, you know, understanding that it's not, timing has a part in it too. You may be outgrowing people and they may have to elevate to get to your level. But I'm going to pull Twin Flame deck real quick just because we had that. Look at that. Activation, just at the bottom of the deck. Let's see. Tell me more for Scorpio. I like this reading. And then we're going to pull a high vibe card, which gives you a little assignment to raise your vibration. Look at that. It's too many to take, but Knight of Pentacles, so steady progress, slow and steady with the snail. Isolated and alone, so you're making progress. Probably you either went into isolation or don't stay in isolation, babies. Please don't do that. That's very damaging. It's okay to do it when you're going to be working on yourself, but don't day in, day out, please. You have to interact with people. But it looks like that's what you've been working towards. And then you've got, it looks like the work that you've done, this progress of who am I? It looks like it's paying off. Energy surge. Maybe you had to remove yourself from a situation to get to this point, but this is Ace of Pentacles, a wise investment. Let's put them back and see, just and see if they come back out. What else for Scorpio? Yeah, look at this. Okay, so I just want to say this is overwhelmingly strong. What this strife, triumph that you've worked towards or you're working towards to overcome is going to propel you into a higher place than you were before it. So we sit there and we're like, oh, why did this happen? And you kind of long for or wish that you could be back to where you were before it happened. But then you wouldn't get to where you're going, which is destined. There's a soul contract here. There's justice, karma. These are both karma. I felt that strong earlier. You've got destined opportunities. Everything that you've been through happened for to elevate you. But I feel like maybe you're, look at that, universal alignment. I feel like you guys are just hitting a place where you might have had to realize, or it might have been hard realizing that you don't fit in anymore in a certain group or a situation, because you're evolving. This is exactly amazing. You're going through a transition, you're evolving. Look at this. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh. And there's a strong sense of others seeing it. So others that hurt you, or whatever. Here's a death. They're going through a major transition. You're evolving, and here you go. Cycle completion, letting it go. This is also a twin flame sign for me. So you guys might want to check out those twin flame readings. They're pretty freaking amazing. Anyway, I love this. You guys are doing awesome. Let's do this high vibe card real quick. I just saw happy dance. That might be it. Happy dance. And I will link this. Yes, we talked about this. This is crazy. So tapped in. Y'all's energy is so strong. Body movement. Moving your body dissipates stagnant energy, increase your vibration. This is one of the very first things I said when we turned on the camera. Go back and watch. And just confirmation that this reading has been very strong. Walk, run, swim, dance, any type of movement. Just do it. And remember, I had that whole music, turn on music. Get your body moving. Okay, remember, do this, splash water on your face. So, love it. You guys, I'll link those down below if you want to check those out. If not, this is a beautiful reading. Those are really good. I do encourage them if you're struggling in a twin flame connection. You can watch the trailer first, but wow, love this. Good things happening for you. And it's been tough, but it's turning around and others are going to see it. And if you don't see this happening yet, just keep going, because it's happening. Totally in your power. Coming into a place that's going to be better than you were before. All right. All right. Love you guys. Bye, Scorpio. I'll see you in the comments. You guys, let's talk in the comments. Bye. See you soon. Bye, Scorpio.